Hello friends! So as some of you guys might know, I recently put out a song for the first time in like 3 years. And obviously I'm a very independent artist. I make my own music and I release my own music. I kind of do everything except like mixing and mastering and like producing, kind of. I really miss making YouTube videos and I thought it would be kind of fun to like talk about how I promoted the song and how I got the streams that I got. Today's video is going to be all about how I got 5,000 streams on Spotify within 2 months, just doing stuff that literally anybody can do. If you're an independent artist with literally like a following of like 10 people, this video is for you. First thing that I want to talk about is Distrokid. If you don't know, Distrokid is a platform where independent artists can pay like a yearly fee and you can upload music to it and it distributes to every single streaming platform you can think of for you. It does all the work for you. I like Distrokid. I've been using Distrokid for years. I have the Musician Plus, which is $40 annually, which I think that's American. So I think in Canadian, it's more like 50 something. I love Distrokid. It has a bunch of really cool features. I'm gonna go through some of those now. So I use their hyperfollow link. So basically, when you do upload your song to Distrokid, you get a hyperfollow link. So this is a good thing to have because it allows you to get pre-saves. So if you go to the hyperfollow link, you can pre-save my song. Usually it's just on Spotify and sometimes Apple Music and maybe iTunes at first. The hyperfollow will also like continue post-release, but pre-release it'll just act as a pre-save link. This is important because it helps with like not only Spotify like algorithm playlists, but I believe it also helps with like the editorial playlist. So let's say, I think for this song I got like maybe 10 pre-saves on Spotify, maybe, like I got 6 pre-saves, okay. 6 pre-saves I got from the hyperfollow link. So love that for me. If you get like hundreds or thousands of pre-saves, Spotify will push your song out to more people when it gets released. But any pre-saves are better than no pre-saves, okay? So don't get discouraged because listen, I had 6 pre-saves on this song and I ended up getting 6,000 streams just on Spotify. So that's pretty cool because I don't even have that many followers on any platform. So another thing that they have that I always use, like I mentioned before, they have like access to get to your Spotify for Artists page. When you log on to Distrokid, I believe you go to stats and then it'll allow you to get access to your Spotify for Artists page. This page, I check this page all the time. It's really fun to look at. You can see like all your demographics and everything like that. You can see how many streams you get within a certain amount of time, where the streams are coming from, age range of people, gender, all that stuff. So it's very cool. It's very interesting to see. And that is also how you submit to the editorial playlist. But I'm not including that as like a factor in this video because I don't know, I feel like it's really hard to get accepted to those. But still pitch yourself to the playlist anyways. Like, please just do it because why not? Like, you literally have nothing to lose. Like, believe in yourself, okay? That's rule number, I should have made that rule number 1. Then you also have access to Apple Music for Artists, TikTok account for artists, Tidal artists, whatever, all that stuff. The last thing that I want to say about Distrokid that is kind of cool, I use it, and like, I think, you know, anything to get your music heard is like a cool feature in my opinion. So they have a section called Get Heard Now. They have this thing called Wheel of Playlist and Playlist Spotlight. So Wheel of Playlist, you literally click on it and then you pick whatever song. So I have 2 songs, so I'm gonna click Be Okay and it's gonna let me spin the wheel and then you spin 3 times and whatever is like I think the highest number up on the playlist, it'll pick for you. So then it'll add me to that number position on the playlist. So you might get lucky and get like number 1, you might get number 10, 20. I've never gotten like super lucky with this, but who knows, it may have gotten me some plays, I have no idea. Again, with this stuff, like you literally have nothing to lose. I think doing anything to get your song heard is the main objective here. Playlist Spotlight is kind of similar, you just basically vote. So your song can like, I think the more you vote, your song gets added. So yeah, my song's on here. It's gotten 88 matchups with other people's songs. And then sometimes it gets voted and then it can get added to one of the Distrokid playlists. That's basically there. Again, I usually do this. I don't know how many streams I've gotten from this, to be so real with you. But yes, anyways, there's tons of cool features on Distrokid. If you're someone like me who's a nobody, who has like no following and like maybe 10 people that are like interested in their music, 6 people actually, I think Distrokid is a really great use of your time. Number 2, we have submit to playlist curators. This helps a lot, in my opinion. This one you have to be careful with. Spotify has a very strict rule on buying streams, okay? So sometimes you'll see ads for websites that will quite literally, you pay them and they guarantee you like thousands of streams, hundreds of thousands of streams, whatever. Those are not good. If Spotify flags it in their system, you could get banned. Be very, very careful. I have 2 websites that I use that are like actual curators, and they don't guarantee you streams. You're submitting your songs to real curators who have like pretty big playlists. They might choose your song, they might not. If they don't, they will give you feedback. In my experience at least, they always give me feedback as to why they didn't pick me, what was good about my song, what I needed to work on, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the 2 websites I use are submithub, and then I also use Groover. So both of these sites are legit, I promise. You have to pay, but you're not paying for streams, so it's not illegal. You're paying these people to like take the time to listen to your song, and then they can choose if they want to put it on their playlist or not. I've had a good, like at least a few hundred streams from these results. So yeah, if they don't accept you, like they're still gonna give you advice. Maybe I can read some of the ones that I got. I liked the vocals, I liked the melody separately, but not sure about like them together, like fair enough. Somebody else said, loved the vibes, like good vocals, blah, blah, blah. But it had retro vibes, which might be like apart from our current like aesthetic. That's what this person said. So I'm like, fair enough. I think it's really good to have the feedback in general. So I really recommend doing this. It's not that expensive. On submithub, I spent $45, okay, for 50 credits. With that $45, I submitted to 8 different curators. So, and I got approved by 3 of them. On Groover, I only spent $25 Canadian. So that $25 got me 16 credits. With those 16 credits, I was able to submit to 6 different curators. And out of those 6 curators, I got 2 shares. 5 of these were playlists, and then 1 I submitted to like some like A&R guy that was like, send me your like songs, like I have like connections. I'm like, okay, cool. Those sites, I believe like they're good. You can take it from me. Like, yes, you're paying money, but you're not paying for guaranteed streams. So it's not, Spotify's not gonna flag you. You're all good. And yeah, I really enjoyed this process. I feel like every single person I submitted to, if they didn't accept me to their playlist, they gave me some really good feedback. Those 2 websites, would totally recommend. Okay, moving on to number 3, college radio. You guys, I think that this is what gave me the most amount of streams out of everything. I have been told before that like, we need to get you on college radio. And I was always like, oh, okay, like I never even thought of that as a thing. When I was doing my like promo for this song, I was like, okay, let me just look up any sort of local college radio station. So I looked at like all my local like universities, local colleges, looked up their like respective college radio stations, and I submitted to like not a lot, to be honest. I submitted to a few of them. One of them ended up getting back to me, and they chose my song to be on like a showcase for like emerging talent in like, I think it was like Southern Ontario and Western New York. So that was really cool. That was really exciting. I got to like hear myself on this like college radio station. They told me exactly when it was gonna air and stuff, and that was really cool. So I got to like listen to my song being played on the radio, college radio, but still the radio. I believe there was a correlation because like a day or 2 after the song aired on that radio station, my Spotify streams like shot up by like 1,000 plays, so. Now looking back, I wish I submitted it to more college radio, but at the time I remember just being like really overwhelmed because I felt like I was like doing so much with it. Some college radio stations take from local talent only, but some don't. Like you can submit from wherever, so just look up wherever you can. I would suggest like starting with local just because it's like it's just better to like listen to local people or just more inclined to want to promote local artists. This one can definitely be time consuming to like do all the research and like submit, but it's completely free and I think it's definitely well worth it. Okay, number 4, my very last one. This one is kind of obvious. Promoting on TikTok and Instagram. Those two mainly. Reels on Instagram and sounds on TikTok are like the main way of promotion for music these days, I feel like. I wish I did more of this, to be honest. I really wish I did more of this with like this song, but on my next release, I'm really hoping to do way more TikTok promotion. I made a couple reels with my song and I made a couple TikToks, but yeah, I really wish I did more. I don't want to say it's cringy, it's just like it's a little awkward to like use your own music as a sound, but you have to do it. And I think that it's like a good way to like get comfortable with promoting yourself and get comfortable with your music and your sound. And I don't think I got many streams from posting on TikTok and Instagram because again, I didn't post as much as I probably should have. But my best advice would probably be to use the sound of your song as a sound on TikTok and like pair it with like just a bunch of trends, and also use it like so many times. Like if I go to your TikTok page, I want to see the first like 10 videos that I scroll through to be your song and you promoting your song, because I see that quite a lot. Like people who are up and coming artists, I'll like go through their TikTok and scroll through and it's like every single one is like the same clip of audio of their new song that's like coming out or just got released. Don't be afraid to be annoying. Believe in yourself. You got this. Yeah, so that is pretty much everything that I did in my power to get the streams that I did. Also, I'm quite aware that 6,000 streams is really not a lot. Like, it's really not. But in saying that, it's like a lot more than 0 or like 100. And also any amount of streams is good. And like, I just wanted to make this video because I feel like I learned a lot, and I feel like a lot of these things that I used were relatively helpful and useful. I think the main objective of releasing music is you just want people to hear it. Just get people listening to your song. You just need like ears. The worst thing you can do is release a song and then literally not promote it at all. Best of luck to whoever's watching this video to this point. If you did, I hope you found it useful. I hope you take some of my tips and advice. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Maybe when I release my next song, if I do anything different or if I get a different amount of streams, maybe I'll make a follow-up video to this. Again, I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck to you in your creative endeavors, and happy music making and happy promoting. Love you guys. Bye.